When people in relationships, disagreements are prone to happen. Time and again, you'll find a breakup and makeup. They kiss and make up. However, when it comes to narcissists, these people here will always apply certain tactics. Hi, I'm Manuela. Welcome to my channel. It's dedicated towards creating narcissistic abuse awareness and more so from a biblical standpoint. And I'll also be discussing other general life issues. Today I'll be looking at the word hoovering. It's basically where the narcissist tries to bait you to come back to them. This concept was originally gotten from the hoover that sucks in rubbish. Yeah, I know, like, really? Yes. Literally, in its sense, when you think about it, it speaks about how narcissists draw you back into the garbage dump you had left. This is a tactic that is usually applied after the discard phase, or if you have abandoned them. They'll come back. I mean, if they love bombed you before, this time it's like 100 times over. Everything that you've ever wanted them to do for you, they are going to do it without even reminding them. And you're like, how come they have this memory? Narcissists are notorious for their deceptive and vicious manipulative tactics such as love bombing, hoovering itself, name calling, smear campaigning, humiliating, devaluing, those subtle jabs, the passive aggressiveness, blame shifting, denying, false accusations, gossiping, future faking, and a lot more. It's all about control. They will do whatever it takes to control you. What narcissists don't always bank on or think will happen is that their victims at a given point start waking up to their abuse. Because they notice there's a pattern, they realize the constant lying, even when it is not needed. These people have a pathology in lying. The moment you wake up, you're like, I'm done with this BS. I'm just done with this. I'm done. I'm out of here. The narcissists get it. And if they haven't yet secured new supply, or they are trying to secure a new supply, except that this supply hasn't yet reached that degree of your kind of supply, these people always keep testing the boundaries. They will try to reach you in whichever way possible to draw you back into their jaws of death, right back into the belly of the beast. Narcissists will lie. They will promise you heaven on earth. They will promise to go to therapy. They will even start therapy. They can even give you the number of the therapist. They will plead. They will kneel. They will cry. Mucus will come out. I mean, they are the greatest actors. You want actors of the century, get a narcissist. They will cry. Literally, you'll start feeling like you're the devil. Even when you're forgiven them, but it's like, I can't take this BS anymore. For them, it's like, no, the fact that you're leaving me, it means you haven't forgiven. If you're still living with them, they'll help you the housework. They'll help you the kids. And you're thinking, good Lord, this man has changed. The change is for a week. It's momentary. This is another catch, especially for the Christians. They'll start going to church. They'll start reading the Bible. Kids are smart. Kids can even say, when you're not around, Mommy doesn't read the Bible. Mommy is watching this. But when you come around, Mommy reads the Bible. Or she's playing Christian music. Kids are smart. You get to hear things that you least expected. These people ask for forgiveness. They will take responsibility. I mean, remember, narcissists don't love accountability. They are the perfect human being. They never do anything wrong. So the time they start asking for forgiveness, they are owning up to their mistakes. You really think these people have changed because they never say it. And even if they say it, a point reaches when they'll tell you, I stopped saying sorry. Oh, please forgive me because I still do the same thing, so I don't say it anymore. They tap into that cognitive empathy. They have changed. I need to give them another chance. They will also promise to leave the other woman or the other man. If you caught them cheating, or this is an ongoing affair, maybe they even have kids already with this person. When you talk of leaving, they will tell you, I've even left that person. I'm no longer in communication with them. You have my phone. It is open. This is the pin. They'll send you a crisis message. Here's why you'll hear, I was involved in an accident. My mother is sick. My mother is going for an operation. Things of that nature. Also, and so is in hospital and they want to talk to you. Still with that emergency, you'll hear things like, call me back. I'm not feeling well. Please come and help me. There's this other one. They'll send you a random message. Did you call me? I got a missed call and I thought it was you because the number is like yours. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I didn't want to disturb you. Anyhow, how are you doing? I hope you're doing great. This is why they'll send maybe friends and family to come and talk to you such that you change your mind about what has happened. Be careful. The leopard doesn't change its spots. Then they'll send these backhanded statements. How are you doing? I was in the neighborhood, so I thought I would say hi. Are you home? This one here, I left my toothbrush in your house. I forgot my shoes. I forgot my t-shirt. I forgot this in your place. I want it back. Just pack everything and give it to the gate man to deliver it. They'll send a message. Are you up for dinner tonight? And then they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. It was meant for a friend of mine. I'm so sorry. Please don't bother. I'm sorry to disturb you. It was not meant for you. What is it? To open up a line of communication. So you're going out with another person. Yeah, since you dumped me, I just thought I needed to try and get over you. And it's my greatest source of strength and help and wisdom, and now I don't have any other person. These people love playing with anniversaries. They love playing on such sentimental days. Christmas period, Easter or resurrection period, your birthday, your anniversary, Valentine's. They send you messages of how you have been their long life partner. You were their soulmate. There's no one who can ever fit in your shoes. They know they made these mistakes and they are so sorry about them and they would love to change. They just wish you were the one. Let's say you people divorced and you've moved on. They can be married, as in wedded, and they still send you these messages how you are better than even this other woman they are having or this other man. Like, this is just so disrespectful. And guess what? At this point, they are now going to elevate you as the side chick. Yes. But true, it happens. Once you believe those messages, they are now going to leave you at the side as the side chick, and their second wife or third or fourth is the main woman. And the thing about like this Valentine period, these people can get you talking, and what is it? Their end game is just to have sex with you. That's it, just sex. And say you fall for it, you end up at his place. The moment you are done having sex, that's it. They want you out of the house. As in, what did you expect? We're making up. What is all this about? So you honestly expected me to take you back? You know me. I just wanted sex. And you also enjoyed it. Didn't you enjoy it? Didn't you enjoy it? And you're left, like humiliated. If the discard was it, this one is at its own low. You thought they had hit a low in your life. This is another low. They'll bait you with messages such as, I miss you, or I love you, or I'm thinking about you. You may even say thank you. Or you may send one with, I also miss you. The moment you do that, they ghost you. You are left there wondering, okay, when is he going to send it? When is he going? You keep checking on your phone. Wapi, he doesn't send. The other which one needs to be very careful about is threatening. These people here can hoover you with threats. They may threaten to harm your family, harm you, your kids, maybe even your pets. They may destroy your property. So because you're still trauma bonded to even this person, you quickly rush to make amends such that you do not witness his explosion, the narcissistic rage. Living with someone because of the fear of what they can do to you or to your loved ones is detrimental, not just to you, but to your friends, your family, and most especially your mental health. Once you have left, don't look back. No matter how much a snake sheds its skin, it is still a snake. The only difference is that it has gotten bigger. to swallow you well. So if the narcissist appears like they have changed, remember their traits. They are their core nature. They'll even by the threatened suicide, and so you're caught up there. No, don't commit suicide. I'm coming back. People with cluster B personality, they threaten so much suicide, but rarely do they carry it out. However, when they threaten harm onto you, take it serious. This is something that people are not told about during the premarital counseling. Your spouse threatened suicide or to kill you. Go and report to the authorities. They live off your emotions, but they cannot reciprocate anything. Proverbs says, a dog goes back to its vomit. So fools repeat their folly. This is applicable both ways. The abuser and the victim. The abuser will love bomb you, devalue you, then discard. The hoovering is usually with that love bombing. After they discard, they again go back to the love bombing. You see how they keep regurgitating their lives. Just like that. It's a pattern. The moment you get their pattern, you cannot be fooled by these people because they cannot change. They are textbook studied. The people who studied them before studied them good. Alcoholics Anonymous have this saying, a fool is one who keeps repeating his ways and expects change. Why I say they are fools? The Bible clearly states that a fool says in his heart there is no God. And we know narcissists lack empathy. They discarded it. And we've already established that empathy is love. And 1 John 4:8 tells us God is love. When you say you have God in your heart, it means you're putting him at the forefront. Matthew says, love your God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This you can only do it when you have God in your heart. And it further tells us that out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. We've already established that narcissists discarded God. What God are they talking about? Whom they claim they are serving. Yet, the heart that would be his dwelling discarded the emotion, empathy, or love. People do not be fooled. Church, wake up to the manipulative ways of the devil. We always think the devil comes with horns, looking ugly. The devil comes dressed up like you and me. That's why Adam and Eve very easily fell for that lie. He used the serpent's body as a vessel. And he spoke the same language. He just seemed an everyday creature like they had known. Always remember this when you're dealing with human beings. If words don't align with their actions, you're being manipulated. And they'll keep gaslighting you by saying, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Much as you're not a fool, you are godly, you are of godly fruit. You are acting like someone who is ungodly. You are holding on to a relationship or a situation that is not godly. Literally going back to what you should have burned. Are expecting God to come and restore a situation that cannot be restored. These people already, in their upbringing, they were brought up in a certain way, which they cannot depart from. There's sowing and reaping. You are arm twisting God so that he changes his laws to suit your situation. Many of us in the church have disregarded principles of God in the name of prayer and fasting. The one thing we've overlooked is knowledge. My people perish for lack of knowledge. You will pray and fast and you wonder why the situation is not changing, yet you lack knowledge of it. You may have zeal without knowledge. That is detrimental. It will lead you to death. You will pray, you will fast, and you're like, God doesn't listen to me. It's not that he's not listening to you. You are applying certain principles that are not applicable in that situation. Yet you're the veteran saying, God is faithful. He is no man to lie. He does not change. Seek knowledge beside prayer and fasting. They are always out to destroy you. They want the energy in the inside of you, and that energy is where the soul is. They are soul harvesters. These energy vampires want your soul. It's where your emotions are habitated. It's what they lost. What they lost is what they seek to steal from you. Do not give the devil an inch. He will destroy you. So the Lord has made a way for you to live. Don't be hoovered back. You are not garbage. Now there's another thing that I want you to slot in here. Sometimes these people not actually hoover you. And this is what we call reverse hoovering. They don't call, they don't text, nothing. And then you start wondering, was it me who was on the wrong? Was it me? Maybe I overreacted. Maybe let me get back. Maybe the silence is killing you and you're still trauma bonded to this person. You automatically reach out. This kind of abuse is different from these other abuses you could have experienced in life. It is at another level of its own. That trauma, tearing yourself away from them. What you'll normally hear, soul ties, is not easy. Chemicals are involved, serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin. So a lot is going on in your system. And after that, he will say, I'm fine, but I'm still missing you. Have you forgiven me? Before you know it, he has sucked you back into the web. Just sucked you into the belly of the beast. And sometimes these people can even start playing hard to get instead. And then you start chasing them. These people are cunning. Parents, help your children who are caught up in trauma bonds. The man has beaten her. She's in hospital. Maybe there's an eye gouging. And when she's out, she's like, I want to go back. He said, sorry. And you're like, I'm going to kill this child of mine myself. I'm going to kill her. Parents, help your children. They are trauma bonded. Chemicals are involved. Get a therapist. So they give you and withdraw. They give you is creating a pattern in the brain. Then the time they withdraw, you are so high up here with it. It's like a drug now. And that is how people become addicted to narcissists. And I hate him, but I don't know why I can't live without him. Addiction. That intermittent reinforcement is a very dangerous tactic. When God tells us to avoid these people, God has foreseen it. God cannot change these people. Not that God is not powerful. He is powerful. God needs you to work with him to change you. Now for those who go back to these narcissists, there are dangers in going back to these people after you've left. One, you caused a narcissistic injury. How could you embarrass them by exposing their abuse to people? You should have kept quiet about the abuse. I am going to punish you for having exposed me for abusing you. They always have a problem with you exposing them, not the abuse they inflicted on you. This is why you'll hear the abuse has escalated. There's nothing more to lose. How could you taint their image by talking about the abuse? You had no right to. But for them, they have a right to go and smear you, come up with falsehoods, stories that didn't occur, but in their world they occur. They're entitled to smearing you because in their mind you are the problem and you deserve it. You deserve every pain, every accusation, every beating they give to you. That's why when they tell you they are sorry they did it, they are fooling you. When you go back to an abuser, you are telling them it is okay with the abuse they are inflicting on you. At the beginning, they'll appear like they are happy you've come back, everything is okay. But at the back of their mind, they know it worked. But you're the problem. I just had to do that to get you back inside. But you're going to pay for what you did. You need to introspect. They are not self-aware. You need all that for you to get to that point of forgiveness. People who haven't gone through narcissistic abuse, they think that when you put up boundaries, you haven't forgiven. When you forgive someone, it doesn't mean you give them permission to come back and abuse you. Jesus forgave us. We are living letters to the others. How can I talk of Christ has forgiven me when I still live like a heathen? How is the heathen reading me? Because I may be the only Bible the heathen is reading. Much as he has forgiven me, I cannot go and start, living a promiscuous lifestyle. Do not mistake boundaries for unforgiveness. That is a mistake most Christians make. They tell you, go back to this man. They enable the abuser. Go back to your husband. Go back to your wife. Beyond forgiveness, we need to live as living letters. We need to be a testament to the unbelievers. We need to encourage the others. We need to teach our children. How can we teach our children when we are living a reckless lifestyle? There may be a time when you may miss them, especially if you're still trauma bonded to these people. Some people say they feel like they are going to die. If you know you're in this category, one, seek therapy. Two, someone once put it this way: do not drink poison just because you're thirsty. Educate yourself, acquire knowledge about narcissistic abuse. It is so huge. It will blow every kind of fog off. Your mind starts clearing. 3, seek the face of God. Pray, fast. Surround yourself with people who are of the same tribe, people who know who you are, people who are going to encourage you as you recover. And the other thing is that when you are away from the abuse, that brain fog also lifts. You start thinking clearly. You see life as it should have been, that you have missed all these years or all these months, depending. Remember that you are precious, your value. Do not devalue yourself by going back to the realms of darkness. Abuse is not godly, and God does not ordain any abusive relationship, because he sent his son Christ to redeem us from oppression. And abuse is oppression in progress. The devil benefits when you're in an abusive situation. You left for a reason, a number of reasons, but it all came down to abuse. Narcissists do not change. They may morph, however, they don't change. When Adam ate of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, he did not eat of that tree again to get healing. You can never heal in the very environment that made you sick. I encourage you to keep these doors closed. These energy vampires will not tire. They will always be looking out for supply, because their validation comes from without. These are empty vessels. Remember, they are the abyss. They lack empathy. And we know empathy is love. Out of love, we have forgiveness, we have joy, we have hope, we have kindness, we have goodness, self-control. We have all this out of love. Thank you for watching. Blessings.